Hey everyone, RGR here and welcome back to a brand new building video on the channel, and quite special, well, I think. Do let me know what do you think about it, but yes, I know this is not a stop motion video just like you used to get on the channel, and there are a few reasons for that. Oh, and don't worry, that does not mean that from now on all my videos are gonna be speed builds. Probably only the small builds will be, but for that you need to hear me out. And as I said, well, the main reason that this is a speed build and not stop motion style is because I came up with the idea for it too close to Friday, like this Friday, like right now when you are watching. It was too close to the day in which is the normal day that I'm uploading a video, and I was so hyped to share this build with all of you, but I knew that I will not be able to create it as a stop motion by Friday. So I took a shot and decided that it's more important for me to share it with all of you regardless of the representative way I will choose. And I really hope that I choose the right thing to do. And as I stated before, and you know what, this is a point that I really want to refine. This is a building channel that is focusing on building aspects of the Sims 4 game. You need only a small glance on the about section of the channel to know that by now, and stop motion and speed builds are only a tool by my hand, each one of course with its own pros and cons, but at the end I want you all to get some inspiration for my creations. I want to show you what you can build in the game with the stuff from the original game, like of course without using CCs and not using mods that you need to own. Okay, tool mod, remember I already said that tool mod is not a mod that you have to own, but if you are owning it, this build will be perfect for you. But at the end I want you to get some inspiration from my creation. I want to show you cool things that you can create, and stop motion you just can't get it. In stop motion you basically showing off, okay? It's kind of hard to say that, but it's more like showing off your skills rather than teaching something. Well, I think that's what I think and what I see from stop motions. So do let me know, what do you think? Maybe I'm wrong, but at the end stop motions are more like watching something nice being created, and speed builds you are actually being able to learn something from it. Like right now on the screen you can see how I created the wheels. Okay, you can literally see how I've done it and duplicate it into your game. So at the end I want you to see my creation and maybe soak some of my techniques into your game and maybe sharpen your skills a bit more. And now those who follow me for a long time now know that I used to create speed builds, like as speed builds, and at some point I decided to try stop motion styles videos, which of course has their own pros and cons compared to normal speed builds, and it kinda stuck. Okay, I love creating them, people love watching them, they are nice, they're moving nicely, sometimes there is some nice music, but deep inside I knew and I know that people can't really learn from stop motions. Well, mainly because some of them, some of you said that. I do remember some comments stating, RG, how did you do that? How did you do that? I can tell them, but I cannot show them in stop motion. Sometimes one object that is perfectly normal from the base game even, and when you are like rotating it or something, it looks like something else, and someone will think this is a CC, this is a custom content. And it's not, and that's because this is a stop motion and you cannot really, they don't know that. They think this is a custom content, okay? But yeah, please do let me know what you think about this speed build, okay? Because I will share a secret with you, okay? I found out that my old versions of speed builds were making the eyes soar a bit more, and that was because I was actually at the beginning of YouTubing and editing and anything, and for those who don't know, I learned all the stuff on the go, like with the progression of me on YouTube. I learned how to edit, I learned how to create thumbnails, I learned how to create speed builds, stop motion style. I learned them by myself, okay? No one taught me. So so my previous version of speed builds were actually on 30 FPS. For those who don't know what FPS means, FPS is frames per seconds, which is the numbers of single frames in seconds and the human eye can take inside, like, to create a nice flowing picture you need 60 FPS at least, okay? Anything under it will make the video look a bit broken, will make it a bit more eye-soring, okay? It will hurt your eyes to watch it a bit longer. So this video is on 60 FPS after I've learned how to do so with my editing software. So do let me know if you are managing to watch this for a longer period of time. And you know what? After making the decision of creating this build as a speed build, I have to say that I'm happy with it, because this build is kind of small. Okay, it is, I built it on, and now we're going to talk about a bit more on the build itself, how I came up with it, where is the ideal place to place it. And if you are asking me, the place I'm just building it is the best place to place it. Now I did use the new pack, the Eco Lifestyle, a lot in this build. Actually, the tires are from that. The rims inside the tires are from the bolted one is from the base game, but the yellow rim is actually from Realm of Magic. Actually, good pack to use for building. Definitely, this is not the way to use it, but yeah, I actually took advantage of the design of it and rotated it with the tool mod. So I will create some sort of a rim for the wheel. And you cannot believe how hyped I was when I found out that those wheels are turnable. Turnable? You got it. Okay, that you can turn them with the tool mod, because this is basically a game changing in terms of creating vehicles. Okay, you can create now here I created a monster bus. Okay, and but you can create with this technique basically, let's say, a fire truck, or you can create, I don't know, maybe what else you can create. You know what, I need to think about it. Maybe a tractor for a farm. That's a possibility. You can do that. Oh, and by the way, just remember that this build, the main thing in this build is the bus itself, not the house that the sim is living in. And that's funny, if you are thinking how I came up with the idea, is that every time I'm building, this is a tip for you when you are building something, every time that I'm building something, I'm giving myself some sort of a background story for the sim that is supposed to live in that build. Now, in our story, and now relax and enjoy it, the sim that is living here is someone that was it's a young adult man that always wanted, his biggest dream was to be a race car driver. Okay, now I'm a car enthusiast, so yes, I can definitely relate to that. And he wanted to be a race car driver, and the devs of the game, thank you so much, never brought cars that are functioning into the game. Thank you so much. And yeah, so he wanted to be a car driver, like a car racing driver. Oh, come on. Car racing driver. And the devs of the game, and I blame them only for not making his dream come true, never gave us a functioning cars to do so. Just like, oh, by the way, if you remember, that was one of the best game pack. I think it was a game pack back in the days in Sims 3. We received, I think it called the hotline stuff, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but if you do remember, let me know in the comment section. That was a game pack or game staff pack with so many hot rods cars. That was the most hyped thing that, of course, in my opinion, we received in that game, in the Sims 4 game. Now, that was the dream of our Sims here, and because of the devs, he never made it. He never became that a racing car driver, and that's where he decided to take an old bus. By the way, if you remember, I created a broken down bus. It's very similar to this one, but this one is like functioning. Not really functioning, but you got it. This one is not broken. This one is for like, you know, those trucks that you bring a broke down car that you some sort of fix it, and you stuck some stuff on it and you create it as a monster truck, and those cars are going over some broken down cars and break them. So our sim here, his biggest dream was to be a car driver, like a racing car driver. He never made it because of the devs. I'll keep blaming them for that, and that's how he ended up here, taking and creating Bessy. Okay, this is Bessy. I know that's like the oldest name in the book, calling a roughed up bus that's been converted to a monster bus Bessy, right? But yeah, this is Bessy, and our driver is kind of starting on the low life place. This is kind of low life because everything, it's half a junkyard. Let's face it. It's like he's living in half a junkyard. So I used a lot in this build the eco lifestyle pack because there's so many cool items in it, and I have to say, I said it in my previous video, I think, this pack is so awesome in terms of broken down things. Okay, and I love that creations. There are so many simmers around the community right now creating broken down things. One of my favorite, I have to say now, and I did not even ask her that I will kind of expose her in this video, but she created a beautiful broken down like city, maybe a apocalyptic one if you wish. I think that's how she called it, and some of you might know her. Her name is Irene, and she's the owner of the SimStream channel. And if you are enjoying my type of builds, I almost 100% sure that you're gonna enjoy her builds. Both of us kind of creating unusual designs, and of course each one on his own unique way. But if you want to check her out, I'll leave a link in the description down below. She's definitely creating some awesome designs, and I know, Irene, I did not even talk to you about mentioning you, but I really think that it was one of the coolest broken down builds that I've seen since the release of the new pack, so I had to mention it. And right now I'm gonna do a small break just to remind you that if you enjoyed this video and your time here spending with me creating some stuff, if you enjoy it, do let me know, and the best way to do so is by hitting the like button and share the video with friends, of course. Let them know that we are here to build and create. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts about this build, about maybe the story behind this build, and what do you want to see next? You know, I asked it on the previous community post, but of course, anytime I'm publishing a video, feel free to just leave a comment with what do you want to see next. Someone asked, if I remember, not too long ago, to recreate the hospital of the game, because I just recently recreated the police station. So that was a request that is on the to-do list. And to be honest, it's on the to-do list for quite a long time now, but I definitely, it's gonna be a thing in the channel, of course. And someone requested a casino build, and that sounds awesome, I have to say. And if you remember, we started a series called Let's Build, and our first Let's Build was an arcade. Now I think, if I remember right, that we are on the 3rd episode. I believe it's on the 3rd episode, and I definitely need to finish it. But because there are so many things that I created recently together that I need to choose which video is gonna come first, which is gonna be the second one, third one, and so on and so on. So I had to kind of put it on hold, the part 4 of the Let's Build. But definitely we are gonna do it, and in the part 4 of the video, I do have another surprise for you. If you remember, in the Let's Build itself, I created from scratch a how do you call it? Like the gaming, like the games machine, those small game slot machines. I don't remember. I don't know if even they have some sort of a name. Okay, those are like gaming slot machines, I think. Okay, so we created them from scratch. I have to say that even I was impressed of the end product, what came up at the end of the design of them. And for the next episode, I do have another thing that's gonna be inside that arcade, and it's a claw machine. Of course, some of you suggested that we should do it, and I sat down. It took some time, yeah, but I figured how to do so, so I will share it, and I think it's gonna be the last part of the Let's Build video. and then maybe even I'll create it as a stop motion just for you to enjoy it. But then again, it's a small build, kind of hard to create a stop motion. I'll see how it goes. If there is a possibility of creating it as a stop motion and not making it like a 30-second video, okay? So I'm gonna see. But anyway, we are inside the caravan, actually, right? This is a caravan, and this just like the bus itself, our Bessy the bus. That's good. That's gold, actually. So I decided to go with broke down caravan inside. So the stuff are broken. There are some leaks from areas. Some cats or dogs walked inside and kind of mess the thing up over there. And I even took some furnitures that are broken, again from the Pack the Eco lifestyle, and placed them like they meant to be there. I don't think they are usable, they are only for decorations, but they're definitely giving the vibe of a broken down caravan, and I think that's super cool. Now, if we are speaking on a broken down things, like a broken down builds, I can't really let you live out of here without any real good tip regarding building broken down things. Okay, so I'll tell you this one. When you are building a broken down lot, apartment, whatever you want to build that is in that theme, okay, make sure to take advantage first of all of the tool mode. Of course, if you have it. If you don't have it, it's something else. If you don't have it and yet you do have the Eco Lifestyle pack, make sure to use all those items from that pack that can really give the vibe of a broken down apartment, okay? But if you have the tool mod, take advantage out of it to its full. Just like I used it in this build to rotate the wheels of the truck, you can, for an example, tilt pictures on the wall. You can, for an example, give the feeling of, I don't know, a knocked down chair, okay? You can do that by using the tool mode. And if you do not sure how to do so, I've created a tutorial of basics, how to use the tool mode. So I'll leave a link to that tutorial in the description down below if you want to learn a bit more how to use it. And of course, in this video and in the tutorial video, you do have a link to the download for it. It's not that hard to download it. You just need to download it, extract the files into the mod folder, and just activate it in the game, inside the game. You'll have it. But if you want to know how to use it, you are more than welcome to check out the tutorial. So yeah, when you're creating a broken down build, take advantage of that mod to its full. You can see that I used it a lot. Right now, even in the bedroom, you'll see that I used it on the bottles. I really want to give the feeling that one of the bottles just fell, or something like that. Try to be open-minded, okay? Don't take the items that are inside the game as what they meant to be for, okay? Just like the wheels of this of the truck here. That if you remember at the start of the video, if you remember, the rims of that truck are the I don't really remember what it's called, like the cooking pot of the wizards from the realm of magic, and I turned them with the mod. Okay, that's called thinking outside of the box, and that's something that I really want you to take out of this video. Don't go straight line creating something. Try to be open-minded, try to think outside. You know what? Open Google when you are trying to create some sort of build and look for inspiration. Maybe use, I don't know, there is a site, what it's called? Like the Pinterest site. There are some great things that you can get from that thing as an inspiration. And of course, you can get inspiration from my builds. Feel free, you can just take one of my builds, look at it, and think, he did that this way, I'll take it and I'll do it that way. Feel free to do that. That was my intention on my in my builds. At the end, I want you to create something awesome today. Anyway, we are getting closer to the end of this video. Psyched? Not really. And now is the best part where the music coming on and the tour will be on the background. Not really tour, it's more like a gameplay combined with some nice shots. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast creating it. I had a blast chatting with you. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you again at the next video. Until the next time, keep that scene party going for me. RGR Gaming signing off.
On the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. Ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low, went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be.